Hello everybody, this is Magic People. Heidi ho, how are you? It's been a little while and there's plenty to talk about, but first, check out this gameplay. Watch, it's slow motion. I find this very bizarre, and this is the first I've ever heard of it, first I'd ever experienced it. I guess first off, let me know in the comments down below whether this has been a thing for you guys too, but man, this outpost map, so glitchy. And you know, I promise, this isn't me doing this in post-production, this is straight up how the game was for the entire match. And in the post-game lobby after the fact, even the music was in slow motion. So some hackers are getting a little creative, and it, you know, I have to admit, it was kind of fun because your aiming is so precise. You can adjust for recoil, and I don't know, it was kind of cool, but it does make for very long gameplays, and as such, it would also make for a very long commentary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead here and fast forward the footage. I may slow it down for some highlight moments, just like they do in Sportsnet. But yeah, you know, otherwise you're gonna be sitting here with me for a whole 20 minutes, and that's just not okay. That's a little too long, if you ask me. So what do I want to talk about today? Well, first I got that crazy lobby out of the way. You guys can watch the gameplay. Second is a video response to the DahCatzPajamas video on SGP talking about a zombie apocalypse. A zombie apocalypse. Isn't that something? That's interesting. I mean, here we are, gamers and all. And zombies are in our genre. We are zombie types. Now, anyways, he kind of said that what he would do is he'd go to a convenience store, kind of you know, batten down the hatches, so to speak, and try to hold out for the, you know, till the zombies all either die off or till, I guess, rescue would happen or who knows what. And I was reading some of the comments on SGP, and a lot of you guys are saying, "Oh, I go to a military base. Oh, this and that." And there's several things that I don't feel like are adequately addressed in the movies. And first off, to be clear, when I think of zombies, I'm thinking like Walking Dead style zombies. Some kind of virus that they bite you, you get zombified too, or whatever, and they're all slow and stupid, and most importantly, they're attracted to sound and they have incredible smell, but their eyesight sucks. And they're not that smart, but they're just like really, really hungry. That's the kind of zombies that I'm talking about. That's the kind of zombies that I would be considering when I'm trying to survive. Now the first thing is, I live in Canada. I live in Toronto, and first thing about Canada and the vast majority of the, well, I shouldn't say majority, I really am not sure, but a large amount of the United States, we all experience winter. Now I don't know about you guys, but every time there's a zombie movie, it's always in like, it's often in Los Angeles or like the Mojave Desert type area where it's never cold. What happens to a zombie when it's winter? Interesting, isn't it? I think that the zombies would freeze because, I don't know, I mean, cells need heat to function. I know that they're the undead, but reanimation means that the cells have been reanimated. They're still active in some extent, and I mean, they have to eat to provide energy for a reason. Energy and moving around all creates heat. So I do think zombies have body heat and do need to stay warm, and winter would kill them. That's what I think. So I think in Canada, for example, the primary goal is, can you survive until the winter? Until the disease burns itself out, so to speak. Uh-oh, text message. First off, in a zombie apocalypse, there wouldn't be text messages, and that's a friend asking for money. Oh, that's funny. He's not gonna get it. But anyway, zombie apocalypse, winter, that's, I think, priority number one. Now, the thing is, how do you survive until winter? Now, one thing that I think is very important to consider is the type of weapon. Now, everyone thinks that gun is the best, and you know what, to be honest, it probably is, although it does have a finite amount of ammo. And unlike the States, where you can get guns and ammo in every store on every block, again, exaggeration, I know, please don't burn me at the stake for this. In Canada, guns are much harder to come by, and to be honest, the easiest way to get a gun would be to go to the armory or to go to a police station, and good luck finding a weapon at either of those places when the entire population is thinking the exact same thing. So that's that situation. So guns are kind of out of the question. So in other words, we're kind of reduced to, like, you know, canoes and sharpened hockey sticks. Not necessarily the most effective and best way to defend yourself. One thing that does seem to be quite effective, and I'll tell you why, is a crossbow. As long as you have a sufficient amount of bullets, the thing is, you know, these zombies are slow, these zombies are stupid, and typically they are not swarming you like they do in the action movies. You'd have to deal with them kind of on a one-on-one basis or in small numbers. The crossbow is slow to reload, but once you kill them, you'd have the ability to go and, you know, fetch your ammo. unlike bullets, you know. So and also they're fairly accurate, and most importantly, they are quiet. Crossbows will be quiet, attracting fewer zombies, which is the last thing you want. You know, the last thing you need is to attract more zombies to your location. You're trying to survive. You want fewer of them around you. Now, the next thing to consider is where you're going to stay. And another thing that I've thought of that they haven't really shown in the movies is, can zombies swim? And if that's the case, then all you really need to do is make your way to an island where there is no zombies, or, you know, at worst case scenario, maybe just a few zombies that you can kill. Burn the bodies, and then, you know, if no more zombies can get to you, because I don't see them being able to drive boats, and I don't think they can swim, and if they can, well, then this is out of the water. But, you know, I think an island is probably the safest place to go. So, you know, grab a boat and go to an island, preferably an island that has lots of trees, some fresh water, and I guess you could fish for your food. I mean, I guess food on an island might be a bit of a problem, but, you know, perhaps you could make scavenger runs, you know, like go into town, so to speak, and you know, hop in the boat, go scavenge for supplies, and come back to the safety of the island. I think that might be a good strategy to survive. Now, there's something else that I had to talk about. It had to do with zombies. I don't quite remember. How to survive a zombie apocalypse. Alright, well, since I can't quite remember this one thought, I'll tell you what a friend of mine often talks about. And basically, they have these crazies, like these fanaticals that are, like, you know, really adamant that, you know, yes, one day there will be a zombie apocalypse. It's only a matter of time. And they have bug-out bags. And I think people have bug-out bags for other things, whether it's like biological warfare or maybe an atomic strike on, you know, mainland US/Canada. I mean, us up here in Canada would be equally as affected, I believe. And yeah, I mean, they actually are prepared. They have reserve stocks of food. They have, you know, they have things in their houses that they can hold out for a few months. Now, in the zombie apocalypse, I think that it would go for longer than just a few months. And I honestly think that, you know, if you live in a city, you want to get out of that city as fast as you can. Now, that can be a problem because everyone is doing the exact same thing, and the highways get clogged, you're exposing yourself to more people. So it's hard. There's no easy answer. If you're living in a big city, you're kind of in a tough situation. And what I would do is, you know, I would try my best to, I mean, at first, yeah, I guess you have to try and see the warning signs and leave as early as you can. But if you can't, if you're stuck in the city at the point where everyone's kind of doing this mass exodus, try to think of where everyone is going to go. Because the same population that's stuck in the city, they're all going to be where you're headed. So I guess what my priority would be is to go where there's as few people as possible. You don't want to be near people. The more people you have, the more attention you draw to yourself, and the more likely one of you is already infected or will get exposure to someone who's infected and bring it back to the rest of the group. So, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts. I guess it kind of sums it up. Not too sure what else there is to talk about. Anyways, just to recap. Try to find an island. Try to survive till winter. Use a crossbow because it's quiet. And avoid people. Try to be with as few people as possible. Anyways, guys, some of my thoughts on surviving a zombie apocalypse and showing you guys a slow motion lobby. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please feel free to subscribe and like the video. It helps my channel grow. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everybody.